help explain this to me. You're in the relationship with somebody, right? He's cheating on you. Why is it you don't get upset with the male? People always want to attack the female. That female owes.
Assumption.
Hmm?
Because
What do you mean it's an assumption? Assumption of what?
because you said that, I just went after the female and that wasn't the case.
No, that's what it says in here.
I understand that's what it says, but
I think she means that she's very upset with him. Like in the police report, may I reference that she's upset with him? And
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand why you would go after the other party in any case, because guess what? That other party owes zero loyalty to you. The only way that other party owes loyalty to you is if they're at your wedding and they're standing next to you and they're promising to be faithful to you. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with?
And just like that, boom, the judge moves straight into sentencing. No dramatic pause, no emotional monologue, nothing. Court decisions can feel brutally fast. Do you think defendants should get more time to speak before sentencing?
Sentencing?
yes, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, Ms. Ramos is remorseful for what happened. Although the report says that she threw the keys, she actually handed it does say that in the report, she did hand it to the manager, the pilot at gas station. The keys were returned to the CW. She's eager to start probation. She's been on a GPS monitor for a significant length of time. And we ask that you follow the plea bargain agreement. She does have a child in the ICU at Children's Hospital Methodist. She will have to go through some training with the nurse. The nurse will have to train her how to care for the child. There's going to be some medical expenses she has, so we're going to hope that you could probate part of the fine or all the fine. And since we weren't able to do this morning, the state had to contact the CW to approve this offer. She did go across the street on a monitor to go to Subway. She was hungry. If there's a violation, I just want to let the court know that she did leave the courthouse, but it was just across the street. But we're hoping that you would follow the recommendation and probate the fine. And the community service, 200 hours is significant for 2 years. We're hoping that you can give her some partial credit when she finishes her parenting classes or anything.
So, are you still married to your husband?
Okay, pause, because the judge is about to deliver one of the most honest relationship reality checks ever spoken in a courtroom. And honestly, he's not wrong. Listen closely.
Maxwell?
Mm-hmm.
We still, I guess we're co-parenting.
So are y'all still together?
He was just here.
He
He just
was,
stepped out.
All right. So this is what I don't understand, and help explain this to me. You're in the relationship with somebody, right? He's cheating on you. Why is it you don't get upset with the male? People always want to attack the female. That female owes.
Assumption.
Hmm?
Because
What do you mean it's an assumption? Assumption of what?
because you said that, I just went after the female and that wasn't the case.
No, that's what it says in here.
I understand that's what it says, but
I think she means that she's very upset with him. Like in the police report, may I reference that she's upset with him? And
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand why you would go after the other party in any case, because guess what? That other party owes zero loyalty to you. The only way that other party owes loyalty to you is if they're at your wedding and they're standing next to you and they're promising to be faithful to you. I don't know why people do this. And it goes back to what I said. Whenever you see adults, when I say adults, I mean people who are not teenagers, and they're kissing in the parking lot as though, oh my gosh, I just can't wait to see you anymore. Those are usually people who are cheating. And what you should have done, instead of not having this charge, you should have just said, you know what? One or two things are going to happen with this situation. Either I'm going to accept that he's cheating on me with this person and discuss it with him when he gets home, and either he's going to admit it or deny it and tell you don't believe your lying eyes, or either you're going to say, you know what, I'm not going to believe my lying eyes. I'm going to accept that what he's saying is true. Or either you're going to say, you know what, I know he's being dishonest to me. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't say the word lie. My grandmother and my mom thinks that's a curse word, so either you're going to believe his untruth or not, or either he's going to say, yes, I did it and I'm sorry. Either you're going to forgive him. But as far as damaging people's property, destroying people's cars, hitting people, or anything of that nature, it shouldn't even come to that. If it gets to the point where you want to be violent with your spouse or boyfriend or whoever it may be for cheating on you, you need to leave. If you're going to try to confront the person he's cheating with, you need to leave, because that person you're confronting with, number one, they may not know that that person is in a relationship. Number two, they may not care. Sometimes people don't care if somebody has a ring on their finger or not. They're just enjoying the fact that their relationship with the person who's maybe supposedly in a committed relationship or married, their whole thing is like, I don't care, because guess what? I'm constantly in a honeymoon phase. I don't have to do their laundry. I don't have to prepare their meals. The money that he is sharing with his wife, he spends it on me. He buys me clothes. He buys me jewelry. He takes me out to dinners. And you need to make a decision on whether or not you still want to stay in that relationship. And if you would have decided that at that time and just said, you know what, I'm going to take a photo of this. So when he asks me if I'm going to believe him or my eyes, I can say, here's the photo, and just move on. Now you're here with this case.
This is the heartbreaking part when emotional decisions turn into legal consequences. It's a reminder that the justice system doesn't care why you snapped, only that you did. Be honest, would you have walked away or confronted someone?
Because he was unfaithful. And maybe this female is still with him or not, who knows?
I'm pretty certain he wasn't honest with Ms. Lopez.
So he hasn't been honest with either of y'all. And maybe if you and Miss Lopez would have had a conversation, she probably would have said, what? I didn't know. I'm so sorry. And left it alone. Instead, you're holding the bag. You're holding the bag for a criminal case that you're going to be on probation for. And your life is no longer your own because you're on government paper. Is this her first offense?
Your Honor, there was a misdemeanor out of this also, but aside from that, I don't believe she has any prior criminal history. She's never been in trouble before. And
in the CC case, what is that about?
Resisting arrest, and that was pled just at 2:00 p.m. this afternoon.
All right, and is that related to this case at any way, or is that something separate?
Because it wasn't arrested at the scene, it was when she was arrested for this.
All right. Are you employed?
She's unemployed, and she's been on a monitor, so she hasn't been able to work.
Okay. How far did you go in school?
I have some college, and I have like some certifications, pharmacy tech certification. I was doing home care.
Okay, what I can tell you, people who are on probation in my court, I don't allow them to do home health care provider or work with minors. All right.
I do have 3 children. I've purchased it about minors.
You're not allowed to be a babysitter. You're not allowed to work at a daycare with your own children. You're allowed to be with your own children. All right. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to run this concurrent with 2025 CC 012720. There's to be no contact with Ms. Lopez. 1 year in the Bexar County Jail, suspended and probated for 2 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There's a $1,000 fine that will be probated. Proof of employment within 60 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Is there any restitution to Ms. Lopez?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. State.
No restitution, Your Honor. We have spoken with you.
All right, there's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 hours redeemed satisfied. The other 100 hours, probation. She needs more than just anger management. Is there anything else? A step up from anger management?
The hostility. So I can't talk right now.
All right, the hostility course. And once that's completed, the remaining hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. There's to be regular reporting, as I stated, by Zoom or in person, since you have the child who's in the hospital. Probation, see if she's allowed to do that by Zoom. And probation, is there anything else that's needed?
Okay.
Anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Okay.
Yes.
My oldest child has he's disabled and has more than one disability that requires me to physically be there with him with specific doctors on a scheduled time. This is weekly since I've been on monitor. A year later after the incident, I have had to modify my son's doctor's appointments via Zoom. And it's not sufficient enough for him. He's not getting the quality of care that he needs because I'm unable to take him physically to his appointments. And
State, do you want to remove GPS or no?
No objection, Judge. She advised by the no contact order with the individual that she's with contact.
All right, if you end up having contact with her, a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Do you understand?
yes, sir.
And do you understand what a motion to revoke means? All right, there'll be an agreed removal of the GPS. Is there anything else? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I understand when matters of the heart are involved, sometimes people are not able to go through step by step. They just react on feelings. But you don't ever want to put yourself in jeopardy because somebody's cheating on you or something else has happened. Because now, guess what? You have this conviction. And because you have this conviction for this, and because you had this case, then you picked up another case that's a misdemeanor. And if you would have just taken deep breaths and said, I'm going to go back home, I'm just going to wait for him to come home and deal with it then, you wouldn't even be here. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
with the court's permission, if she does need to go to the Methodist Hospital, get somewhere, I know the GPS may take 3 days to come off and it's the weekend. Does she have permission to go to the hospital to see her kid?
Yes, but it shouldn't take them long to take that off. Don't you just report to the location they're going to put in the system that it should be removed? She goes there and they remove it.
I can go there now.
And they usually, my
Yeah.
experience, they usually say that they haven't got a court order yet, so it's not.
They're going to give you the court hours. And let me ask you this. Is there any way you can give her a copy of the court order?
And if I direct go straight to the queue for a job.
All right. Can you send it by directive and then give her a copy of the directive? There you go. All right. Thank you.
I mentioned that because we also had a motion to modify bond on file, but we don't have to do that anymore because we worked this out.
All right. Thank you. Good luck to you. Who's next?